Growing up, I never had a beautiful home. Not ugly, just functional. The kind of home where nobody thought about how the light fell in the evening, or whether the cushions told the story, or why a room could make you feel safe just by walking into it. I didn't know spaces could do that to you. Not until I walked into someone else's home as a teenager and just stopped. I didn't want to leave, and I couldn't explain why. That feeling stayed with me for years, like an unanswered question. I went into marketing, spent over a decade building brands, crafting narratives, and making people feel things about products. And somewhere along the way, I realized I had been doing the same thing with rooms, reading them, decoding what they were saying. I'd check into a hotel for work, and instead of just crashing after a long flight, I'd find myself sitting on the edge of the bed, just looking, noticing the way the light hit the headboard, why the rug was slightly off, why the room felt expensive, even though nothing in it was obviously flashy. And then I'd come home, looking at my own space and think, okay, what is this room saying about me right now? Honestly, it was just saying chaos. But that's besides the point. The real question I kept coming back to was, why does beauty feel so out of reach? Why do we walk into a stunning hotel room, take a picture, save it, and then go home and do nothing? Because we don't know the language. So I started decoding it. Hotels, resorts, and I realized they're all using the same visual grammar, the same rules, just applied differently. And the best part? You don't need a designer or a huge budget to use those rules. You just need someone to teach you how to read them. That's what I'm here for. I'm Amanpreet, and this is where beautiful spaces stop being out of reach. So, let me teach you the exact framework I use. Every single time I walk into a space, whether it's a five-star hotel lobby or a tiny studio apartment, I look at four things. Think of these as the four chapters of a room story. Chapter 1, the anchor. Every great room has one thing that everything else is orbiting. It could be a statement sofa, a piece of art, a bed with an insane headboard, a light fixture that makes you look up. The anchor isn't always the biggest thing in the room, it's the thing your eye goes to first. And in a well designed room, the choice is never accidental. When I walk in, the first question I ask is, what is this room leading me to look at? And then, was that the right choice? Chapter 2, the color story. Every room is telling a color story. And the most important common mistake people make at home is having too many characters in that story. The best rooms I've decoded, three colors max. One dominant, one secondary, one accent. That's it. The magic is in the proportion, not the palette. Hotels are brilliant at this because they brief an entire design team on it. But once you see it, you can do it yourself. Chapter 3, layering. This is my favorite one because this is what separates a room that looks furnished from a room that looks lived and loved. Layering is texture on texture, rough on smooth, matte on shiny, a jute rug under a glass table, a terracotta pot next to a marble tray. When a room feels flat and you can't figure out why, it's almost always because the layering is missing. Chapter 4, the light. I have saved the most underrated one for last. Light is the one thing that can completely transform a room, and it costs almost nothing to change. Natural light, warm bulbs, the direction of your light sources, these are the things that create mood. So, whenever I walk into a space, I'm asking, where is the lighting coming from? Is it warm or cool? Is it creating shadows and depth, or is it flattening everything out? That's what the channel is going to be. Every video, we walk into a beautiful space together and I show you the visual language behind it. So you can stop feeling like great design is out of reach because it's not. It never was. You just needed someone to teach you how to read it. If this felt useful, subscribe because we are just getting started. And drop a comment below telling me what's the one room in your home you most want to transform. I read everything. I'll see you in the next one.